Hey, look here, niggas. Welcome to the Everyday Black Man Podcast. I am the one and only DJ All Might, and I'm here with some fuck shit. But first, let me go ahead and introduce our co-host, my co-host, because this is my show this time, since y'all want to put me in the forefront, because I got some fuck shit to say. Riker. We got Riker here. We got Ari, we got Armstead, and we have a guest today, known as the one and only J Mall. That's all you need to know. Don't Google him. Don't go on Facebook. Fuck all that, all right? He's a good person and he is not responsible for the shit that he says on here. I read this. Anyway, going back to what I was saying when we started recording,
The
I said,
blasphemous.
wait, go ahead. What do you want to preface it for before I
No,
say
no, I'm not
nah?
practicing your
No, no,
blasphemy.
go ahead with your blasphemy. I mean,
It ain't blasphemy. I
very,
said,
very rare that we hear blasphemy coming
okay,
from you.
I know, all right. Basically, I was having a conversation with the guys, and I said Prince was not Michael Jackson, and I wasn't speaking on behalf of him and their musicianship. I was saying Prince was an artist, and like all artists, their shit sounds beautiful and majestic and just out of this world to only other artists from that tier. So to us regular folk, regardless if we were into music, doing music, whatever music relation we had, we were not demigods like these folks in the game. So we might not be seeing and hearing these notes and these transitions and these sequences that are making others say, "Man, he's the greatest alive." I don't think Basquiat was the greatest fucking painter just because he was black and he did it with garbage, but he was a great artist. Like he has some great art. That don't mean that everything that they did was the greatest. Michael Jackson didn't make the greatest shit, but he made more popular and catchy shit, which is why he was basically more famous than fucking Jesus. If you watch a video of him on fucking YouTube or Instagram, that nigga stood on stage for 10 minutes and 8 people died just from screaming.
Why? Why? Why is this nigga full of capping? Why? Why?
So that's all I'm saying.
Boy,
Like
you out there
it's
putting gas in a Tesla, boy. You better stop all that nonsense.
I'm just saying, like, motherfuckers, especially now on social media, want to cap and just go ahead and get the likes and the fucking repost. But just because Prince was Prince doesn't mean you could say all the shit was great. I love Timbaland. He was one of my favorite producers, but that nigga has a lot of trash beats. That don't mean he's not my favorite producer anymore. I don't know all of Lupe's songs, but Lupe is my favorite fucking rapper. Tupac is my favorite all time. I don't think every song he made was great. It's just the songs that I feel resonate the best with me are made by these people. That's basically it.
I can kind of second that, brother.
There you go, man. I appreciate it, Armstead. Ain't nobody gonna fight you.
One eternity later.
Prince is obviously an all-time great. I'm not gonna talk like I love Prince's music for the ones that I know and the songs that I discover. I was just saying I don't believe that anybody makes somebody so talented or artistic to where everything they make is just great because even my favorite artists, me specifically, I don't know
I
about
don't think
everybody else,
nobody
but
said that though.
that's what people act like. I wasn't saying that's what people say. That's what they come off as. Oh, I know this nigga didn't say Prince made some trash. Like Prince probably made some trash, and I'm pretty sure Prince would say
Wait,
that
wait,
was
wait,
some
wait,
trash.
wait, wait. Are you saying nuance? Are you trying to insert nuance into this conversation?
Oh, is that that wasn't I supposed
How
to do that?
how
That's
dare
my bad.
how
My bad.
how dare you actually say that people can have different thoughts and opinions about things? This is supposed to be all or none, my way or the highway, black and white. Nah, this nigga want to insert shades of gray. How dare?
Maybe that's why we ain't got no sponsors or the
This is why
faculty.
we ain't got no sponsors.
And
All
we
right,
didn't turn
but
our Pride Month once,
yo,
so did I already know ain't nobody else? We didn't turn our damn logo to a rainbow logo.
man, we did. We should have did
we
that, and
You
so
should
did
have
the
we
did
could
that.
have
facial,
done that. We could have done that.
so they
We
could
could
have
have
put
done
it
it.
out and show that everyday
Yeah.
black man
Just
supports
leave me
Pride.
black and white though. Y'all can use rainbow ass niggas. You leave me black
Nah,
and white.
We gonna make you purple, nigga.
nah. I want
Nah,
y'all to do to
nigga.
me what they do to the catch a predator people that don't sign a waiver. I want you to like do the little digi thing, like come in the background with the scrambled face. You can make it rainbow, but scramble my face.
Introduce. Did you introduce your guest? I don't know
Well, I
if
was
you did.
about to right now because you know
No.
y'all let me run on that tangent. But all right, we would like to introduce a guest today, homie of mine from Chicago. He's got some experience in the music business. Is Jay? You want to introduce yourself and tell the people about what it is you do?
I do nothing. I just make it. I just,
That
accept
was
the
a flex.
success of other
That
people.
was a flex. You just,
No,
I did
no,
nothing. I just count money. That's what you just said.
no. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm clowning. I'm clowning. No, I work in sync and music licensing. So essentially, what we do is we take music from independent artists and we put it in TV shows, commercials, whatnot. Run a company group. Been doing it for a little bit started off doing artist placement and eventually transitioned into taking those same songs and put them in, TV shows and commercials. And through doing that, found success.
And you recently just got like a platinum plaque for one of your licensing placements with like DJ Khaled, right?
Oh man, I wish. That'll be a goal. As long as he says another one 3 times on the song, I will be set for life.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you're gonna be good.
But no, we won 2 Emmys for a Netflix series we did called Ask the Storybots, in which who knew kid songs would take us this far. But we did the original songs about colors for that, and from there things really picked up and started taking off even more. So it's definitely been it's been a crazy road, but it's been a blessing ever since.
Don't tell me no stories like y'all passed up Baby Shark.
No, with Baby Shark, man, kid songs, like I'm telling you, if you really want to like take over, kid songs are where it's at. Do you know how much money parents spend on kid stuff? How much money they waste on kid stuff? It's crazy. So if you really want to make it big, like think about it. People, they try to get on WGCI, Hot 97, all this. Make Baby Shark. People will know your name. I'm telling you.
I seen what's his name, DC Young Fly. I guess he's just being a supportive fucking spouse or whatever the hell he is to this chick. His baby mom, the Wild Out girl, tried that with it's something like Fat Baby, and it's super trash. They tried to make a kid song, and I'm pretty sure the kids don't like that shit. But they pushed it and they tried, but it's not catchy.
Well,
They DC
well,
Young
that's the
Fly, yeah, and his girl, like literally, it's called something Fat Baby.
Well, that's the thing. It got to be good, or at least the premise of being good. Because I mean, you think about it, rap songs. A lot of the newer ones are using like nursery rhyme cadences and stuff. The songs are arguably good or not good, but it's catchy, and that's the thing. It just has to be catchy. You think about it, Baby Shark. They ain't saying a whole lot in there. It's just catchy, and that's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
One of
And
my
the
favorite
kids,
kid
and
songs is Baby Doggy. I ain't gonna lie, I love that song.
But and you think about it, adults ain't nothing but old kids. So that's the reason that catchy stuff sells.
That was a funny as that was a
This man trying to
good.
stage your keys, man.
That
You're trying to
was
stage
though.
your keys.
Hey,
If
what
you
was the moment you felt like a grown up?
when I needed money and nobody else would give it to me.
No,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
that was
I
actually a
think,
funny one.
yeah, that's a funny one. You got one, Reed, or you want me to go with mine?
I'll go with one. I went to my niece's school and they was calling me sir. I'm just like, bro, I'm like 22. What the fuck you talking about? Sir. I guess I did have a full beard and everything at
Sir,
22. Like, who the fuck
sir.
is sir? And then they said, Mr. Whatever. I'm like, that's my father. That's not me. Sorry.
Don't you come over here with that shit.
With me, when I would go places and people would have money to do things and I didn't really have the money to do it, when I realized, damn, I need to goddamn.
Hold on, what question did you answer?
You're talking about when you finally felt like you was an adult or knew you was an
No,
adult.
he's saying that Armstead didn't answer the question.
Go ahead.
Like, I guess mine was more of I realized I needed to be an adult when I started to realize whenever I would go places and people had money to do certain things and I didn't because, me growing up, I always got hand-me-down type stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I needed to get my own shit. So, yeah.
Damn, nigga, you just took this to a sad place because
God damn.
you know half these niggas is buying shit on credit, nigga. They ain't got money for real.
What about
They
you, Jamal?
borrowing.
Jay?
I'm just saying that's what led me to be like, man, I got some shit I need to do.
No, the moment when you felt like, oh shit, I'm really an adult. That kind of question.
I think for
Like,
me, it was more so when I had to buy stuff on my own. When you live on your own, you say, "Well, dang, if I want some, I guess I got to go get it." So that's for me when I realized, like, oh man, I'm an adult. I can't depend on nobody no more.
I just said the same thing.
I
yeah,
I
but I
And
think
hate
y'all both.
it's true.
I
I
hate
think you
the
changed the tone of the question, so he answered accordingly.
I hate the I hate the constant reminder of being an adult. Like, Bill.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing is when you go to somebody's place and they giving out food and you have to cook and you're so relieved, that's when you realize you're an
Or
adult. Because you're like,
or
go ahead.
is it feeling like an adult when you go to somebody's house and you like, I ain't eating they nasty ass food. I don't know what they be doing up in here. You don't think like that as a
That's
kid.
even
As a
more of an
kid,
adult thing. When you judge niggas based on how the food looks or what they be doing, you're like, These niggas ain't washed their hand once and they handle the chicken. Goddamn it, I can't
You
eat this
watch
shit.
you watch how people handle their pets. Like I cognizantly like pay attention to, like when we got two dogs and the borrowed dog here, and I make sure them motherfuckers are not around when I cook and everything like that. Then when people are around, make it extra known that the dogs ain't around in the kitchen. Like nah, this house, these they dogs they get treated like niggas. Go in there, don't come in here. Make sure the house don't smell like it got dogs. That's one of the biggest things. I hate when people got pets and you can tell before they even tell you they got pets.
Why is that? Because they don't wash their dog. I never
Yeah,
knew
but
that.
well, not just necessarily just washing dogs. You got to also air out the house because I mean, dogs just they attract smells and scents and stuff like that.
No, what it really is, it's not just the fact that they don't clean their dogs, but they let their dogs get up on the furniture and stuff like that. And scent
Oh
skin
hell
like,
no!
Yeah,
oh,
you're right. You're right about that. Because when I see people and they don't put their dogs in cages and stuff, I'm like,
It's
all
a
right,
crate,
man, what we doing?
not a cage,
Exactly,
sir.
nigga, it's a
It's
cage.
a
Like
crate.
you, that nigga who's like, look, man, I didn't put this white girl in slavery. She came to me for bondage. All right, it's two different things. It's two
A
different things.
crate, sir. We don't say cage around here. We've evolved the term.
Now you sound like white people. Like it's not that we're gentrifying the area; we're improving the property value at the expense of the local residents.
Two things can be true.
you call it a crate? You call it the house. Go get in your house.
No, it's great.
Nigga said, "Crate, nigga, it's a cage,
So
nigga."
do we? I know. I mean, obviously, you didn't send anything out. Are we doing a freestyle version of topics or?
I mean, do you want this to be more freestyle? Because nigga, I have a great
That's
meal
yes.
in front of me. I have a drink that was spiked, so it don't matter to me, bro. If you got
First
a
off,
topic that's been burning,
I
go ahead.
always podcast with spiked drinks. Goddamn it!
Well, I'm just saying, when your wife brings you something, it just makes you appreciate her all over again.
I
It's
mean,
like, wow, for
she got
me.
motives. She got motives.
I mean, it might be because we just came from the Container Store, but I'm not gonna pretend like that was part of it. I'm gonna pretend that this is something that she did of her own volition,
Okay, we
and
can
not
start out
because we bought shoe racks.
with a conversation we had earlier this week. We had a couple conversations sometimes in our little group. So let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to ask this question out loud. Is there a difference between cheating and infidelity?
No, I'm just gonna say no. It's the same thing, and neither one of them's gonna get you a better answer or response. I'm sorry.
Correct. See, DJ All Might, same opinion. Didn't even have to ask the nigga or coach him on this.
Well, he was in the
Okay.
group. He saw what was happening.
Yeah, but you realize, like, a lot of times people will let me and you go back and forth, and they'll just watch with popcorn and just see, I agree with that, or I don't agree with that.
All right, so this is how it goes. What I'm saying is, I believe everybody cheats. You're like, what? Yes, bro. Everybody fucking cheats. Even you at this moment.
Elaborate.
Okay, bro. Cheating. Well, we're gonna go biblical. Is the act of even like looking at a girl on Instagram and be like, damn, I would fuck her, right? We're gonna go with that being a thought. Or
Are you
checking out
talking
your
about
exes.
lust?
What I'm saying is, in a way, you can't avoid cheating. It's the infidelity is the next act, I would say, going into the situation, making it something else, like having sex with that person, getting a blowjob from that person, kissing that person. Because basically, I don't think you can avoid the act of cheating because that's damn near impossible. I really believe that's damn near impossible. Because
So can I ask, are you saying like in the same logic of if you 5 minutes late, 5 hours late to work, it's still the same punishment? So you might as well go all the way and just if you going if you going
that really
uh
depends on your point system. That really depends, that depends on your point system at your job.
I already looked at the bid, so I might as well cheat. It's like-
No,
So,
that's infidelity by going through with it.
so I have one. So let me ask y'all this: how do y'all feel about cheating respectfully? And with the fact of somebody cheating respectfully,
Respectfully, Jerome, we
does
gonna we gonna throw this one to you.
does the blow still deserve to be at the same level? And what I mean by that is there's a difference between somebody going out and they're cheating on somebody, and then somebody find out versus bringing the cheating to the house.
huh. Oh, I got you. That
Like,
goes back to
would you be equally as mad, or would you be like, well, at least she was
Well, that's
respectful.
where we break down because I'm saying something entirely different. The
yeah,
the
yeah.
cheating would be the fact that she like okay, you got a girlfriend in this case, right? And she's going out checking out what her ex boyfriend is doing. By that definition, she is cheating on you, like 100%. She has not committed an infidelity or something you cannot forgive until she actually tries to meet up with them or sleep with them. Like you can forgive cheating, but infidelity is different, right? because everybody's gonna cheat at one time.
How do you feel about that, Jim Wall?
I mean, to the extent of the way he explained it, I guess, but then that's just like every day, like everybody's looked at somebody and thought something, but as long as you don't do it, then, you
Correct.
know, I mean, I could look at a bank and be like, man, they got a whole lot of money. I should take some of it. Does that mean I should go to jail?
You haven't
Yeah.
done
As
anything yet.
long as I don't do it?
You haven't done anything
Huh?
yet. You haven't done anything yet.
Right.
So he's talking about. So basically, what you're saying, Reed, is just the fact that you are witnessing or seeing, and eventually having some type of internal feelings towards looking at the opposite sex or the same sex,
That's
depending on
natural.
what your.
Yeah, that's
So
natural. There's
you're
nothing wrong
cheating,
So
with
you're
that.
saying
regardless.
cheating
You're
is
cheating.
natural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheating is natural.
He's basically
Infidelity.
saying just when you actually act on it, then are you wrong or are you already wrong for just feeling
Well,
the
you're
way you
wrong either
feel?
way it goes. It's just you can't help but be wrong, especially in this consumptuous life as a male. Like everything's just out here for the taking. Like you can't
First and
help.
foremost,
I
we
mean, it
made it that
is,
way.
but we just saw that OnlyFans saying they want to go mainstream, and that might be taking these hoes out of business. Thank you,
No, they're
OnlyFans.
not. That is making space for the everyday black man video platform.
Platform. That sounds like an opportunity for somebody.
It does. I am afraid still, but I am not going to resist.
Yeah, but either way, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think we can. Like there has to be a distinct difference. Like because we can't avoid it. Like so, what would you call it other than cheating? Like if you caught your girl texting some dude, but they ain't never did nothing, but she doing that thing when she got a nigga
I
money.
mean, all right, but then, all right, in the same sense, what about when you got a girl that like looking at ass and titties too, and y'all both be talking about that?
Well, y'all just a fucked
But
up couple.
that's an agreed upon thing.
That's a
And
perfect
also, it's partially also depending on how you do it. And like in American society, we have it to where it's like once you break up with somebody, unless you got kids or something, like y'all need to cut it off. Whereas
Hey,
other
no, but
societies, like African stuff, they still be talking to their exes, and you just like, nigga, where we do that at? And it's just culturally, just because someone has romantically moved on, they still keep open that relationship as far as a friendship because they still see it as something where we're all brothers, we're all sisters, that kind of thing, which is completely different than how Americans look at things. It's like, nah, bro. Like you guys broke up? Miss me with that conversation, that happy birthday text. None of that. Just cut that shit off, leave it where it is. Whereas other societies, Africans specifically, look at it as, all right, well, we're not romantic anymore, but we're still friends. But there's always those lines that get blurred. And so that's the thing where it's like, I think you always have to have that degree of separation between yourself and or your significant other and everyone else. Because when you start making things close to polarity, that's when the lines and wires and stuff like that get crossed. But I would say overall, Reed, the reason I disagree is because I don't consider lust to be cheating. I think there's certain things where you're just gonna see things always in American society where it's just like them things clapping, like them things banging, that kind of stuff. So that's just in my mind lust, which yeah, that's between you and God. But ain't as long as you're not going home and spank banking it about it, it's not really the same as cheating.
whoa, whoa,
Now,
whoa,
if
whoa,
you
whoa, whoa, you gonna take that away too?
yes, I'm
God,
taking that away
damn.
too. Yes,
I'm
I'm
a
taking that
human
away too.
being, man.
I know you're
Lives,
a deeply flawed creature like the rest of
lives
us.
are at stake when you take that away. Now,
Lies, you ain't
there's an amount of dopamine that is needed to keep a man from fucking burning his house down.
look, man. Sometimes you got to go and burn your Grand Theft Auto house down and call it what it
Oh
is.
my god!
But
All right, so and
go ahead,
I got a good one for y'all. And I ran into this through a series of life
misadventure.
incidents. Yeah. And it actually started, the thought started from not only just that, the conversation me and you were going back and forth on last night. Being a man in any man dominant titled position, the definition whereby that is father, fucking goddamn husband, head of household, provider, breadwinner, is the most thankless series of fucking titles ever given, and we will never catch the amount of appreciation and respect that we deserve for doing those without looking for it. It is expected.
Exactly.
It is
True.
expected, and the man in every household is the least loved, cared for, and appreciated person in their household, single or not. Like,
Facts. I'm gonna pause you right there though, because shout out to Antonio. Happy birthday to you. This podcast is dedicated to you, Antonio. Your wife, Samantha. I'm not gonna go into your last name because niggas don't need to find you. But She really looked out for you. So we hope that you're enjoying that card. Wanted to make sure we gave at least a special shout out to you. Now, for everybody else, if you want a special shout out for somebody, you have to hit up the Everyday Black Man Patreon. And, we can discuss things there, or email us at everydayblackmen@gmail.com. We have our real email addresses coming soon because, we want to be able to have you guys email Riker at everydayblackmen.com or Reed at everydayblackmen.com or Armstead. Now, don't be hitting them up, ladies, for no goddamn More Than Fitness. He does fitness tips, not working you out. Those are two
They
different
want
things.
That
they want the
dig.
magic Mike poses, nigga. Show
Hey,
that dick.
hey.
You nasty bitch. That's what they gonna talk to you like. It's gonna flip. They gonna flip the script.
Hey, happy
All right.
birthday, Tony.
Hey, let's start. On another note
May
before
your
anything,
birthday
let's
be great.
Yes. Like Tony the Tiger. Go
also
ahead.
nobody gives a fuck at your birthday. Anyway, let's keep. Nah, happy birthday, nigga. But fuck your birthday. But happy birthday.
Exactly. But
Are you
thankless fathers and other male authority figures that get no respect.
But
Yeah.
whoever
It's
whoever
it's
told you
it's
we were gonna get it.
no. I ain't never said we weren't gonna get it. It's just the
Oh,
fact
okay.
that it just crossed my mind because like when me and Riker were going back at it, a man always got to stay out of a woman business, but women can tell us anything. And I
Only
say
black
fuck
women
that.
crazy.
Yeah, because white women ain't supposed to have no business. Abigail, what's her name? Adams proved that because she
Oh
literally
yeah.
that history shows that. But regardless of that, in the current state of capping and caping for women's rights, equal rights, pride rights, trans rights, all that bullshit, being
Separate.
a biologically born man and choosing to stay that way for the rest of your life and taking
Only
on
way to be born a man is biologically.
but taking all responsibilities that come with
You
it.
let
Because
them trans
Reed,
people be trans.
no, Reed, if you choose to be a trans father, oh my God, you're so brave. God, we appreciate you for what you're doing. You decide to be a trans fucking a breadwinner and homemaker and head of household. Oh my, you're so brave, Reed. I can't believe you managed to do that with all you've overcome as a trans man who identifies as a man born as a man. It's like if you add those fucking adjectives to your title, then it is such a great feat. But let you be just a man that does this shit successfully well and check every box. I ain't even talking about the 80% rule. You can be 100% all the way through. Straight A motherfucking student. Valedictorian. So that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're a man.
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to do that. You could even be fucking Will Smith and you'll still get cheated on.
Look, man, pray for Will, dog. That's the only one I love in that family. Only one.
Pray for
I,
Will. We're
I
gonna
know
pray
he's
for him.
rich, and I know I say I don't feel sorry for all rich people unless they got some type of mental, disabilities. But I feel bad for Will, man. He didn't know. He didn't know. He was having a good time with a bad bitch, and then years went down the line, and her career started tanking, and she just said, "I'm about to fuck everything up."
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, it looks like Will Smith sometimes was having a relationship with some of his white coworkers, but that ain't my business.
That was their
That
agreement,
ain't my
apparently. And
marriage.
the thing is, he never made it. He never made it beyond just speculation. Them motherfuckers are spilling more tea than goddamn Arnold Palmer.
You know they
Damn.
changed the name of the drink at Chick-fil-A. I was like, why did they do that? Did he do something? Did he say something racist?
Who Arnold Palmer?
Yeah, they call it a Sunjoy now. That
Did he come out? That's the only thing they hate. He's gay.
yeah, I don't know. But hold on, what were you saying? I forgot what your original subject was
Just
because I thought
the every title that comes with manhood, being a man, is just basically shadow.
I think that's just
Thankfully,
interesting how men are defining their own path now. And
I mean,
I
yeah. So you got the black manosphere out here saving black men from symptom, and you got a lot of people who are not okay with that, like King Simp. Shout out to him on Twitter. Sometimes he has some good things, but he's still King Simp. He's still a simp.
which one are you talking about?
The guy's name, I think, is like something like King Smith. King Simp.
Oh, literally.
Quite
I
literally.
think I think we need to start pandering, guys. I've done some research, and we've made a lot of enemies that don't even know they might be our enemies, or they might know. We don't know. But as I'm seeing a lot of popular podcasts
I
that
mean,
we technically compete against, we technically do compete because we're in the same space, regardless of
yeah.
how big they might be. They ain't got no sponsors. And that's because them niggas are speaking very freely without their own platform. They're trying to create their own platform. I'm not gonna say no names because we don't do free publicity no more. But I was just sitting there thinking about it. Like we hit a lot of people. I think we should pick an angle of who we will attack, and everybody else we pander to so they can come and give us money.
I think we've already talked about that. The only way we're gonna, I think we talked about that. And I think Patreon is the only place to do it where it makes sense.
Like the fact that there's a world now that well, it's been a world, but the fact that somebody like a DJ Academics can make the type of money he gets for being the slime he is, I don't want to be the type of slime he is. But that motherfucker's become a full blown one person TMZ.
Yeah, basically. And he got there by basically just sticking in
I don't,
there and pandering as much as possible.
oh yeah, he panders, but he picks his targets and everything, and he tries to make it alleged. He does it off assumptions. And this ain't got nothing like I ain't seen nothing with him and all like that. Y'all already know how I feel about him, but it's like, is there the question I guess comes up to be: is there a way to be successful in this space without selling your soul?
It's entertainment.
Depends on what you design as success.
Well, so elaborate
Exactly.
on what you would like. I mean, like you said, you found your space in it, and it's working well for you, and you don't feel you're not doing anything that compromises who you are.
Well,
Like, I mean,
first and foremost, there's no I in team. This is where we are as a collective. I mean, you might not have been here on day one, DJ, but you're still a full-fledged member. I try to edit you out just enough to make sure that you can still maintain your DJ. But outside of that,
well,
you
I,
give your opinion and we disagree on things. But I don't know. I think we're more successful year over year. Like last year, we didn't get a lot of sponsorships, but now like people scroll through our thing, they're like, "Wow, these niggas getting HBO and some other people," and it's like, I mean, it just
so
depends. Like,
asking our guest Jamal, I'm trying to space it so that people will have a struggle of like catching on who you are. But how about you from what you've seen from when we first started, like when, like I said, you pitching beats for people to now? Do you see people compromising self for success? Like somebody, and once the person that you all are pitching to comes around, they completely change the script and who they are.
Oh yeah, I mean that happened before the licensing. I mean, when I got out of school, I couldn't find a real job, so I had a job taking artists around and artists around town when they came to town. And you see people flip like from one to another, like you see people out and even women with a guy, and then they come to the meet and greet. They come to the after party after the meet and greet, and they throwing themselves at whoever it is. People completely flipping. Oh man, I hate that dude. Then the moment you come around, oh man, I love your song. Like I thought you just said you hated that dude.
Right.
So that's how entertainment is. That's entertainment is a lonely place. Like being a celebrity is a very lonely place, and because it's everything is just so fake. So that's why that's very real, and people just compromising who they are and what they want to do for success. I mean, that's why. I mean, even now, social media is dangerous. People do some of the craziest stuff for a like. They'll put something out, and if it gets 3 likes, like their day is ruined. And so, it's very much a place where people be what they think they want them to be. Now, the interesting thing is, though, you can have an opposing opinion, and if you get enough people to follow you, your opinion becomes a popular opinion. All of a sudden, you become right.
Joe Rogan spoke of that when he did an interview with shit, they're not rising no more. What are they called now? Riker, you know their name.
breaking points.
Oh, Breaking Points with Crystal and Sager. They left the hill. So they had Joe Rogan on there, and Joe Rogan was like, Hollywood is a cesspool. Like all this stuff that they claim to believe, they don't really believe it. They are scared to have an opinion that is outside the
Mhm.
norm. So everything they say is not believable because they're scared to say something. Like when it comes to like anything political or socially
Yeah.
political, they're gonna say whatever is cool. I noticed they don't do that in their rap game as much. Like when it comes to like homosexuality with black males, they haven't penetrated that yet. I'm not saying they're not trying, but like you can still say like I don't give a fuck about
I
that
got
bad
I
shit.
got I got a gay rapper that I gotta sing. I can sing you the song. And what's funny, I found out about him on remember Adult Swim would play commercials and it'd be like underground hip hop and shit like that, or rappers that we don't know, but they kind of make them popular. They did that with a song. Like when people say new phone, who this? That came from a gay rapper, and the song is actually very catchy. But the nigga, if you listen to the lyrics, the nigga starts saying my ass fat, this and that, like, but he says it in a hardcore way, and he don't sound gay, but his lyrics are gay as shit. But like you said, he ain't made it past that. Adult Swim brought attention to him. I was like, Adult Swim put me on a lot of like rappers, so I listened to a lot of stuff that they did back in the day. This is like probably damn near 7 years ago. But you're right about that. I agree. Like it
Yeah,
has a.
they try to say Lil Nas X is later, but he's more pop now than
All
he
right.
is a
So
rapper.
now that you
But
say
even
that,
Amigos apologized for that shit.
that-
Remember?
now that you say that though, that's a conversation I've had with my girl. It pisses me off because before it was the little black boy that made this hip hop country song and they would let him in the country charts. Now there is nothing you can see about Lil Nas X that is not about him being gay. And I have a problem with that because it's kind of like that conversation. I think it was us or it could have been somebody else, I don't know, where you know that gay person or gay people, but the only thing that they have to talk about is about how gay they are. It's like, is that all your personality is?
I think he leaned into it because the people around him told him to do so.
Clearly. And I don't even know if we should be mad at him. It's just more so annoying because it's like, bro, if you're an artist and this is your art, like nobody said you not to be gay, but that don't have to be all you are. Because even as if you have gay friends, my gay friends, everybody know they gay, but if all we got, the only thing that he talked about is about how gay he is, it's like, all right, bro, look, we get it, nigga. Like, who
I
cares?
think I think that's only a real thing for a certain segment of gay people, and they think that they represent the diaspora of gay people, and that's the problem. Like,
That was a sexy ass word, man. I'm still, I've never heard that before. I liked it. That was like a $20 word. Good job.
oh, I read a book one time. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly. One time.
yeah. But anyway, they like the quote unquote very feminine male or the masculine female. They think they represent all gay people. But I've met more gay people who are just trying to live their lives and they're fucking
Yeah,
gay than these
exactly.
hyper sexualized individuals. Because the thing that most people can't generalize or conceptualize is the whole coming out thing. Because they were like, if I'm straight, why do I have to come out? Well, you're gay. You don't have to come out either. You can do what
Right.
you want to do.
And
And that's
there's been an influx of that. There's been lately,
yeah.
it's like especially now because it's Pride Month. But that's been like I've unfollowed like several pages because it's like I don't care if they came out and that's all y'all gonna talk about.
Well,
But at
yeah,
the
but that's
same time, these people are killing themselves. These
What
people are
what
killing
I think
themselves.
the thing with
they
with
are.
Nas X is Nas X knows how to play people to his popularity.
He's been a
So he'll
troll
just
since
do
before he
crazy
blew up.
stuff because,
I was saying he been a troll even before he blew up. They showed that. Now I don't knock you being a troll. Like if
well,
that's
that's
what
the
you do, that's
thing
what
is
you
he can do something crazy and he knows you'll send it to somebody and they'll send it to somebody and he'll
do.
blow up doing that. So
Right.
just because of stuff he does, that doesn't mean he wholly believes it. He knows how to play the game. Or he
Correct.
knows how to get people to make him famous, even more famous than he
Like
already is.
look at that. Like I got Hulu on YouTube TV, and I'm not since my Hulu comes free with my phone. It has commercials. There's a Spotify commercial for Lil Nas X, and it happens to be about a cross-dressing, super uber sexualized gay guy, just like how Reed said. And it's a black gay guy, and it has the Montero song playing. Oh, anyone like, and it's like, why does that have to be the selling point for your music? Obviously, we know that gay supports gay. Gay supports gay. You come out as gay, your shit's gonna succeed. But it's
No,
like,
see, that's the problem here too. There's another problem we don't discuss out loud. There's gay and then there's transgender. They try to put them together, but people don't see
yo,
them together.
yo, Reed. Oh, I forgot. Just this funny because today my girl told me she was watching Hulu, and a fucking commercial, an Indeed commercial came
Indeed
on
commercial with that
with a
dude and
trans.
Indian guy,
Yeah,
yeah. And he was in there with a dress, and like I was looking at
yeah,
this. That's what they're working on now. It's the
yeah.
setting of like their quote unquote. I know people say they. I mean, these are the people in control. So that those are who they are. They're trying to get the transgender thing big. The gay and lesbian thing, that's gone. Like most, even the straightest of
Right.
males be like, I don't give a fuck about that.
My
But
thing is,
transgenders, good luck.
my thing is, uh, it's what is it? How do I explain it? I first had this opinion when I was still in the military because AFN, which is like where all military bases overseas play, where we can get cable and everything, they have commercials, and like they had a lot of stuff that was forceful acceptance,
Correct.
and forceful acceptance always gets some type of recoil. It gets resistance because you're telling people how to feel. And one, white people off the back will tell you off the back, you tell me to accept somebody, I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna resist. If it gotta be affirmative action, blah blah. And it's like, okay, cool. All right, let's not say these white people are wrong for that. We're saying that people it came at them negatively because it's white people in history, But then we introduced homosexuality, trans, and this and that. Nobody said nobody accept them, but the fact is, you're now telling me I have to or else. Now you're going to get resistance because I don't like that or
There's
else.
there's acceptance, and then there's what's the other word I'm looking for? Not acceptance. Wow, what's that shit when you deal with it but you don't really give a fuck? Tolerance.
Uh,
You tolerate them.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The things that we're not going to tolerate as a society, as of like this millennial generation, to some degree, transgender, and to some degree, kids and homosexuality. That's just the red line that it looks like we've drawn. But Hollywood is like, no, you're going to accept it. And they're working through your children. And it's fucked up, but that's what they're doing. They're working through your children.
That's a good point because I ain't gonna lie. I hate this. I tolerate a lot of shit, and again, you ain't gonna tell me what to tolerate either, though. Like
Correct.
it's if this supposed to be a
Uh,
free world, freedom speech, and all that bullshit, then don't tell me what I should. Like if I do, don't make me openly say I tolerate it. Like I don't have to act that. That's like me saying, Reed, I openly accept you as a friend. Nigga, we know each other. We cool. I obviously do, but don't fucking come out there and make me have to say it because then there's a resistance because I feel like you're telling me and making me do it, and now I'm conflicted
that I don't
in
think
telling.
toleration is much easier than acceptance because you're not going to give me
Yeah,
the acceptance of my son's telling me that he's a fucking girl, and I'm just
right.
not going to accept that bullshit. I mean, I'm not going to kill him or anything, even though I have the right to, being the Christian that I am. But I'm not being
Yeah,
the
it's
Christian.
hilarious.
No, it's funny you say that because I've had that conversation too where like actually I have a gay direct report as a female that's married to another female,
Uh-huh.
um, and she even said it. She's like, I am the most anti-gay lesbian you're gonna ever meet, and it was just funny to hear that, and it's because of what the shit is now. Like she's speaking on behalf of what the way they're trying to force shit on people.
I
Like
think I
you,
said this before. At one time, they just wanted you to tolerate. Now it's accept or die. Like they
yeah,
don't. They went past acceptance, and like you gotta,
Well,
you know,
you're lumping in Hollywood with
correct. But
whatever because
I don't
companies
think.
don't carry the way. Companies like whatever makes most money.
Yeah, companies don't care.
well,
That's
I
another
mean,
thing.
but
These
I would
companies don't
rather.
really give a shit.
No, they don't. But it's
Yeah.
money. That's all. I mean, obviously. But if you're stupid enough to believe you're gonna buy Nikes just because Nike accepted Colin Kaepernick can back them, they back the other side. They also ended their sponsorship with the one Olympian black woman because she got pregnant, and
And
now she's back in the
what she's
Olympics.
You
what's the
know
one?
you can't have no damn baby when you're out of wedlock.
Oh,
No, it ain't even that. They did it because they didn't feel like she can win because she's a woman. Like now she has her own brand. I gotta look it up who it is. It's the sprinter. It's the black chick that's a
Allison
sprinter.
Felix.
Yeah, her. She lost her Nike sponsorship because she got pregnant. Now she's
I
back in
mean,
the
how
Olympics.
old is
Yeah,
she?
and she's still in her 20s. She's early. And she's in the Olympics. She just qualified now for the Olympics. She's still good, and she now has her own brand that she's pushing. But in her ad, it's pretty dope because it shows her cesarean scar underneath her stomach, and that is like, all right, how come y'all can't accept women have babies and they can still excel in their early in their prime? We're not talking about Serena Williams where she's about to hit 40. Your prime, it's just like boxing. You're not gonna be the greatest forever. Like LeBron is clearly showing his chinks. Serena ain't accepting her chinks. Like you're old now.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa! Serena's more than accepting a chick, but she gonna ride this gravy train out.
She is, but she's not though. She keeps like saying, the refs are again like, all right, it ain't all that. Like you
Well,
old now.
no, you got to remember, there's a lot of refs who still are paying her back because they didn't like having to give her calls earlier. It's
Okay,
a bit
but
more. It's a bit more of the refs
let's put
actually
her
being. Go ahead.
since
hey,
since she's a
all my
goat. Let's put her with the Floyd Mayweather discussion. Floyd ain't about to fight Canelo again.
all my
Oh hell
Yeah.
no, he's not.
What's
athletes
up?
die two deaths. They
Oh,
got it's hard to accept the first one.
It's true. It's true. It's true. And
Hmm.
that's what I mean by that. Like, but don't try to jump onto the racism and sexism gravy train just because you're now
Oh,
fighting
first
on
and
the side.
foremost, she is a woman and she's allowed to jump on the racism and sexist gravy train whenever she feels like. All right. Secondly, and more
Hey,
importantly, you cannot say that one ref, the one where they had the whole stomping thing, the whole ape stomping thing from the music. That guy, if you look at that call, he was full of shit. But because
what?
even the opposing person was like, yeah, that was a bad call. But there's a
That ain't
certain
all of
amount.
them. Like she ran with that for a while.
I'm not saying all of them. But again, when you've had that kind of experience, remember this is not a man. She is a woman you tend to start seeing red everywhere instead of being like, these are just a few bad apples in this extent. But no, like she's seeing it as everyone. And again, as a woman, it's her right. All right. Men and women are not equal. So
Didn't
there are
say it wasn't
certain.
her right. Everyone didn't say it was her right, but you're also a world class athlete,
Was
and within that, you need to learn at this point that your reaction time, your muscles, everything is gonna start to depreciate at a certain point because there's still younger, newer talent coming in.
yeah, she
Oh
was a
yeah,
world class athlete. To be
she
honest,
she learned she
Taking her
learned
ass
she
to
learned that with
last
Osaka.
match. I don't think she won shit. Osaka beat her ass a couple times and moving forward. Yeah, she's done.
Osaka beat everyone's ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like real shit. It's just at that point now. Like you're not gonna be on top no more. I'm sorry. Like
saw
uh,
LeBron get his ass whipped. They were talking about Lakers, Lakers, Lakers. Oh no.
like now, yeah,
No, no,
like
no. Lakers
LeBron
got
don't want
their
to
ass
admit it.
beat because LeBron's team couldn't stay healthy to save their ass,
Nah,
and
nah.
LeBron can't carry the team.
Anthony
Anthony
Davis has
Davis
always
played
been a
enough
health.
games.
He's always
He
been a
played
health
enough
liability.
games that they can win. And the narrative behind LeBron was he could do it with anybody. And anytime you said
That's
that about anybody else, yeah,
Hey, Reed. That was with young and prime LeBron. That nigga
he
is
did it
old.
one time.
Yeah. After
One
a
time.
certain age, you can't keep up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
one
old
time.
correct.
now.
Well,
Nigga, I'm sitting here now with a
what I'm
fucking
saying is
a
by
nerve,
name definition, they had the Lakers winning the championship. And I just didn't see that all year.
health
And
though.
I
They said
believe
health,
that
and they were
and that
healthy though. That was
bubble
the key
championship, do you
narrative.
agree with that now? That 5 months off man helped him and AD?
I mean, I think the 5 months gonna help him this year. That's coming up, as long as AD stay healthy, because he's always AD has been getting hurt every fucking year of his career. That nigga has never played a full season.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
that's been the
think
problem is that LeBron needs a stacked team, and that's okay. Like I'm completely okay with watching LeBron win with a
I mean,
stacked team.
you mean like
LeBron ain't winning no more.
Kevin Durant, who can't even win with a stacked team?
You mean they didn't even play? Kevin Durant is the best basketball player in the league. You better stop saying
That's
that.
okay. He might be, but
But
that nigga ain't in the playoffs no more.
Correct.
but shoot, he
He was by
lost
himself.
Kyrie.
And
Yeah,
James Harden.
but
That ain't fair. That ain't fair.
honestly, if they had them three, it would have been a sweep. I
Well,
don't like that.
you knew you were going to lose James Harden when he started throwing out $50,000 to
James
get these
Harden.
women to hang out with him.
Yeah, James
Yeah,
Harden been injured all year.
Harden has been the biggest fucking simp ever. Like,
I mean, we already know that.
but I will. All right, so our Reed will. I'm gonna debate our Reed into a conversation he's gonna love. If Kevin Durant will just learn to have another woman in his life to play for besides the single mom that gave him all his feminine energy, maybe he'll be more greater than where he is now. Because that nigga puts a lot of feminine energy in a lot of shit he does outside of basketball.
He acts like
Like,
a bitch regardless, bro. He can't respond. Like,
no,
I'm just
but
looking at it
he acts like a bitch because he grew up
with a
in
woman,
a.
only a woman, single mother household.
That's been a conversation that and what's funny, I actually
They don't say that out loud. You know that,
no,
right?
they don't. I know they don't,
Yeah.
but this is where I'm coming from. I grew up in a single woman household. Then I met my stepdad came into my life at 13. So I still have the taintedness of it. And I know where Kevin Durant's at because living in a house full of women, you're gonna have a lot of emotions and you start acting off emotions and then you start retaliating in an emotional fashion. Not saying men raised by men don't act off of emotions, but in a different format. And Kevin Durant has showed now because he's been consistently doing this, especially when he was exposed to having that burner account, that he acts
Right.
off emotions. I don't hate on Kevin Durant. That nigga is the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. The problem is he will hold his title better if he didn't make feminine decisions.
That's not gonna happen.
No, I know that.
Oh,
Even the
yeah.
decision to go to Golden State was a feminine decision.
Nah. Hell
That
no.
was a feminine decision.
He was
That
trying
was
to
a
get a
feminine
championship.
decision.
I'm gonna ask you a
No,
question. You can't.
that was a feminine decision. If he was
You
raised by
how?
men, if he was
How?
raised by men, he wouldn't have gone there. He would have went
I
to a
would have
team
went
that
there. And I
needed
was
one
raised
more piece. You ain't shit though. That's the difference.
by men.
I know what you mean, but you're
I
not
think
Kevin
Facts.
I
Durant.
think that whole
That's it.
argument is so stupid. It was a media narrative. They were actually mad because he ruined competition, not because it wasn't a good decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's what we mean by that. Because all right,
That,
the thing is,
but
everybody
LeBron
goes and
started
praise.
that shit. He just finished it.
No, he didn't. Everybody keeps talking about that. LeBron
LeBron
knew the
started that
only
shit.
way that he was going to get a ring is if they beat the Celtics, and he wasn't going to beat the Celtics with that goddamn Cavaliers team. That was a YMCA squad.
Competition. That's the same thing. That's
No,
competition.
no, 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 no. The reason I say that, all right, this is my argument on that. I'm not knocking Nets competition had got skewed because of the Celtics big three, but LeBron had the Pistons first, and then the Celtics for him. And the fucking Cleveland upper management gave him an old Shaq, an
Bro,
old
don't
fucking
nobody want
Antoine.
to play with no fucking
Hold on, an
Cleveland.
old
Nobody
Antoine
want to play
James,
no fucking Cleveland.
they gave him Mo Williams. Mo Williams, like real
Bro,
shit. They kept giving him
Mo
old
Williams
niggas.
ain't.
Like they kept giving him old niggas and saying win. And we all saw if Allen Iverson had a team to put one more piece with him at the Mutombo or trade his ass to the Pistons like it was supposed to be, he would have a ring. But you see one of the greats that we all know. No,
Did you want him to end
three.
up being like AI, or did you want him to end up being like he got the ring regardless? The goal is the ring.
Come
The
on,
story
LeBron.
gonna change
Come
when
on,
you get
LeBron.
older. Anybody.
Anybody.
The
All right,
goal is
this is
because you
different.
told me
All right,
the ring changes.
that's not
Like
true.
people treat you
It
differently.
does. It
All
does, but no. All right, all right. I give you this argument. If that is 100% true, why does everybody bow down to Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson was a culture thing.
It
Yeah.
wasn't just that, but he was also a little nigga that took a whole squad
There's
to
a
find him.
couple players. No, it's not
Well,
that. He
Allen,
transcended culture.
Allen gets, but the thing is,
yeah,
Allen is the one nigga without a ring that gets to get added to that conversation. They don't even
Let's
give Charles Barkley that respect. They don't give Charles Barkley
but
the respect to get Allen Iverson.
it's what AI stood for. He stood for
correct.
culture. He stood for the little dude who had the heart to go in drive on Shaq and get knocked down and get back up again. That's what
Exactly.
AI
He
stood
didn't.
for.
He didn't look to run to team up either.
No. That's just what we say. If he was in a position to do so, he would have did it because he did go to. They traded him to Denver and they tried to do it, but they didn't do it. What I'm saying, AI represents something that we lost in the NBA. He was the last. Him and
Hard.
LeBron are like one of the last few. I'm gonna say it. He one of the last niggas because AI had the do rag and the quotes and all that kind of stuff. Ain't no more niggas like that. And the last one was him. Like he represented a
Yeah,
real
because
black
he
person.
got his money. Hey, y'all was getting money still. Everybody else was worried about their sponsorship and like imagine what social media would have been like, or what he would have been like if social media was around when
Correct.
AI was in his prime.
And his story is so unique, bro. He a nigga from the hood that made it. That ain't really
That's
they ain't,
true. I just one thing is about LeBron is that their situation is different because them niggas literally said we ain't about to win unless we come up with at least two of us on the same squad.
Jamal.
Granted, let's
Yeah,
say
yeah, but
say
Jamal. Jamal.
oh, go ahead, Jamal. Go ahead. But no. Well, all right. Before Jamal talks, all I was gonna say is, had they had a better coach, they probably would have did way better because Spoelstra's overrated. Go ahead.
no, but what I was about to say was AI is the same thing. What he did for the culture, same point that we were making earlier, where you can have an unpopular opinion, but if you get enough people to follow you, it becomes right. It becomes a popular opinion. Before AI, there were no tattoos and braids and all that in the NBA. That was frowned upon. AI
Yep.
did it. He got enough people to follow him, and now that's cool. That's the thing, and
And
that's really
you're
a
right.
big. You can be wrong until you get enough people to follow you. Then you're right.
You're
Correct.
right.
A few minutes later.
Jamal alluded to something interesting 10 years later. Give me a J. Cole song that will be like 10 years later. I already know which one it is, but I want to see what y'all say.
Don't save her. They don't want to be saved. Don't save her. No role models.
What about you, Jamal?
A J. Cole song that we're gonna be playing 10 years from now.
I don't,
Okay,
don't
answer this. We talking about like playing your car, like, oh yeah, that was a classic. Or we talking about you got to get together, you put on J. Cole.
Your cookout situation.
Oh, J. Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, J.
Jermaine
Cole got
Cole.
J. Cole got joints. Well, is it something you're gonna be playing at a cook? The only thing I can think of is that I was about to say that Missy joint, but I don't even know if that's a real cookout
Yeah.
song.
No, that Mr. Joint, you could play it at the cookout.
Nope. I'll disagree with that one.
Okay.
The
Well,
song
what?
I
What
had
about, all
was
right, what about, I'll go last. I'll go
For
last
the
then.
workout
I had
song.
Power Trip.
Yours
I
and
had Power
Armstead.
Trip. I had Power Trip.
What about Armstead?
Power Trip's a good one.
I don't have one.
You don't
I
listen
say
to J.
wet,
Cole.
I say
Yeah.
Wet Dreams.
You can play Wet Dreams, but then it's
Wet
weird
Dreams.
for everybody.
It
And not
always
Weird
because
for everybody.
it
it's not
always
Power Trip
good.
for middle child.
no.
This is the way that shit come on.
Dun, 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 dun,
But you know what?
dun.
You know what? None of us named, but I think would be the song because I hear this from people all the time, and I got that requested the most. Get off my dick.
Yeah, but the problem with Get Off My Dick is if grandma there, you ain't playing it.
Correct.
Well,
That's why I
all
think
right, I
Power
don't know
Trip
how
is
to
the
say
one
this.
that's kind of there.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no.
First
Power
off,
Trip is close enough there. I mean, you could play that other one with no, that is Power Trip. That's the one with
apparently,
Well,
apparently,
Miguel got
yeah,
apparently,
that's the one with Miguel. Yeah, Power Trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
apparently
it
they
has to be
get
kid
love.
friendly too. Unless you go to ghetto family reunions.
No, I promise you. Apparently, still gets reactions.
No, apparently it does still get reactions. I didn't do that because I wanted something that you could actually play like the whole
But
like song. Because apparently part of the greatness of the song is the build up.
that's why I said wet dreams, because it ain't even about the fact. Yes, we know what it's about. We paying to the lyrics, but our grandparents don't, and the older
I
crowd don't. They
mean,
just bob to it.
nah, your
It has a
grandparents don't.
friendly, it has a friendly sound to it. And
Name
I
a
ain't never
song.
did this before now. And
I
I ain't
mean,
never
no,
did this, you know.
I hear you on that. But my grandmother asked me, she was like, "Real talk, are you gonna get married to my ex?" So she will always pay attention to that stuff.
Hold on, I got another one. Name a song with cursing that's gonna be get played around grandma. And you don't give a fuck.
That Kendrick Lamar. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a. I don't give
King
a. I
King
don't give a
Kunta.
fuck.
King Kunta for me. Yeah, that's why I think I can get away with that because it's
I would
so.
go with Big Sean, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I ain't
I don't
fucking with
fuck with
you.
you.
That's all, man. That shit classic.
Bro,
That's my Big
hey,
Sean
Yeah,
team
I'm
right
going. I'm
there.
going
funny,
with Kendrick
funny,
Lamar blood. I'm going with Kendrick Lamar blood because I
funny
don't give a
story.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Funny story about my grandma who's been gone for about 2 years now. But when I got out the military, I'm from Germany. It takes like 2 months for your furniture and your car to get to the States.
Oh, hell
So I stayed with her and my aunt for like
God
a month.
damn.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So I stayed with her and my auntie for like a month while my stuff was in transit. And like I had my DJ equipment and I used to practice in the living room with one speaker. And my grandma was in her back room. She'd come up front there once in a while, but she'd be in her back room chilling. And I wanted to make sure the music wasn't too loud to where, it bothered her nothing while she chilling. And like I'm spinning, all of a sudden I cut it down, and all of a sudden I hear, "Why you cut it down?" like, like real shit. I literally love my grandma for that moment because I'm sitting there thinking I'm bothered. And she's like, turn it up. Why you cut it? I
Turn
can't hear
it
it
back
back here.
up. I can't hear it
Hey,
back
bro.
here, nigga.
My grandma was my motivation to DJ for family events. I think that's why I got my cookout style, man, because if grandma bobbing, then everybody bobbing.
You're right, and it was Element, not Blood. I don't know why I always want to think Blood, but yeah, dog, man. Shout out to Grandma, R.I.P. to all the grandmothers out there. I don't know how we still here without y'all, because y'all were the rocks that held up the family, even when Big Daddy was doing some things he shouldn't have been doing. Y'all still held it out there for the family and kept everybody together, and made sure
Hey,
the youngins grew up
my
right.
You
my
know, there are
husband,
people who don't really consider them other kids they siblings. Or is that just a black thing, or everybody do that?
what you say? What about
The
what?
kids outside of marriage, they don't consider them siblings. Is that a black thing, or
Our family?
everybody?
No, no.
That's a black
So
American
you said
thing.
they don't consider them siblings?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't consider them
That
siblings.
that that wasn't a thing in my family, honestly. Like really, and what's funny is, and I guess that's a unique thing in my family alone. If you were married into the family, and you got divorced. As long as you weren't a piece of
No,
shit
no,
to
no,
the
no, no,
person
no.
you was.
You're talking about cheating kids.
No, I'm saying. I know. I'm
Oh,
literally saying. I'm talking. I'm including that, and this is the umbrella term to it. But yes, those kids that were, if they were cheating kids or infidelity kids or whatever, they still were part of the family. But
there's a couple of girls like that, and I didn't realize that. I think it's two of them.
if you divorced out of the family, you would still consider that
I think
title that you
black
had.
people do. I think everybody do that, right? You know, because I've been trying to cut my baby mama off from the family for
No,
years,
you
and they
need to
just
do
won't
that. If
do it.
your mom and them love her, she done. My ex wife is like that. Like I got a whole new woman that my family love that's about to get her ring. This podcast won't be out, but she gets her ring next week in the official proposal. And to get things from out of confusion with people, we've already had the discussion about marriage, but she doesn't know the ring is coming. So fuck y'all and y'all old school ways. We on that new shit. Anyway,
Hey, look,
uh, but yeah. Our
I
family.
don't know if that's very new. I've seen that 1,000 times. Click, click.
I only speak it because people are like, I thought y'all was. I'm like, yeah, but motherfuckers only count it from the day that you got on the knee. Like, like a discussion can't be
Oh,
had before
oh,
that
God,
happens.
I want to see that, bro, because I don't see myself doing it.
I'm not.
Nigga, it's not
I'm
hard. You
not.
gotta do it at least
I'm not
once.
recording it. I'm not recording it. I'm not putting it on no social media. And that's gonna be our thing. That's why we're going to Savannah next week. She doesn't know.
Record
But
We're
it
that,
just
gonna
but
do
that's
for
it.
the right
her.
that's the right way to do it. Because doing it in front of
Record it for
everybody,
her.
that's
Not
gonna be
every,
the first. No, don't record it even for her. Because even if you
No,
record it and
I'll
you put
have.
it up there,
I'm
it
don't
gonna
will
put it
have.
always
up.
be
Record it for
the
her.
thing that people remind you of, or that she reminds you of when you
Yeah.
guys do have those heated things. Like, I didn't get down a ring for myself, and it's like you just pissing on this engagement. Just gonna piss on the engagement because you mad right now. And they got
Yeah,
the
but you
nerve.
got engaged.
She doesn't like.
You invited
She doesn't like.
everybody else. Me and Armstead. You son of a bitch. Fuck you. I hope you.
Fuck
First
you.
and
I hope you and
foremost,
that girl don't get
I
married.
didn't invite nobody. Ain't nobody coming.
you gonna hope
It's intimate.
you gonna hope that
Think
curse
about
upon me?
No, I'm sorry, Armstead. Yeah, that's why I hope y'all didn't get fucking married. You son of a bitches.
Yeah,
We
he
did get
not.
married, so
You're right.
technically you won. Technically you won. I hope you feel better now that I didn't get
Yeah.
married. I'm hoping
So
that you feel so much better now.
this, I'm gonna set it up. Probably, I got an idea of where if I can't, I don't trust people with my phone, but if I can't trust nobody to take the picture, why I say, can you get a picture of us? Because she ain't gonna know. Then I got a tripod that we can use that's like a selfie stick that changed to a tripod, and I'm gonna do it like that.
I don't know. It just depends on if she wanted. Women like stuff like that, but the question is, will she put it up? And if you don't want her to put it up, then fuck it.
We're not putting it up. Like it ain't happening. And she ain't gonna do it either. But it just ain't happening. It's a picture she'll want. But my girl don't
Yeah.
post like that. And she has like fucking 5,000 followers from non-activity.
Well, being light skinned and
I mean, yeah,
posting
exactly. Being
that.
light skinned and being pretty
Right.
goes a long way on the internet.
Yeah, I know it does. Yeah, yeah. I told her, look, let me get your account. I'll pay you for it. Let me get that for you. Yeah.
It was something. What was that guy on Freddie Fish said? You gotta delete your Instagram account to be with me or something like that. Or
Oh
Yeah,
delete.
yeah, that
that's
was like
that's
two
what Myron said.
episodes ago. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
thank
care
you
about
for introducing me. I started watching them guys. It's one. The one thing I would say I don't like about I can't remember which one. He's arrogant and he's kind of. I feel like I would beat his ass in real life. The one that
Well,
came
one of
down
the
that. Real
guests.
dark skin of you.
it was a
No,
guy. He's kind of short, and he thinks that he's like badass or something, or he's trying to be like an ultra alpha male. I'm trying to think of his name,
oh,
bro.
you talking about Rolo Tomasi?
I think so because he looks like somebody that you'll punch in the face in real life. Like that podcast said. Like,
I mean, no. The thing about Rolo Tomasi is he's been preaching this whole red pill stuff before there was even a red pill. So he's
okay.
been doing this shit for like 28 years.
So what would you do with an aspiring artist trying to get his songs in movies and TVs and shows, or his beats actually?
Yeah, honestly, the best thing to do is, work through a company like ours to really take it and get it to the people who, work on TV shows and stuff like that. Because to do it on your own can be done, but it's hard. You know, a lot of people close the door on, it's kind of like licensing and is kind of like that job where you go and they want you to have 3 to 5 years experience, but nobody want to give you 3 to 5 years experience. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why it's beneficial to work through another company because you could be like, hey, look at their resume. They got 5 years experience and they pitch your stuff until some people go out on their own, but still it's hard because as a creative, you got to manage the creative side, so making the good music, and then manage getting phone calls all over the place asking for stuff. You got to handle paperwork, and that can be a lot. So I think the easiest thing is just to work through another company.
So Jamal, let me put you on something that leads up to that not lead to its inclusion of Ari's question. Hey, Armstead,
Hey, how you doing?
what did you say your granddad? What was his position as an engineer for what group or
Come
producer?
again?
Dad.
Your granddad was like the producer for the
His
Shy
dad.
Lights or OJ's or something, or your dad. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad, Ohio players.
All right, so Jamal, yeah, Armstead's dad was the producer for Ohio Players. He's made beats and
Oh,
produced, and then Ari has
We
music.
all are from a failed rap career that,
Yeah,
as he was talking, I'm over there like, what can we do with these old ass songs that we go,
that's where I think this question came from because I ain't gonna lie, after I met them and I joined the podcast, they sent me some of their stuff, and I was like, it's actually legit, but I also know how hard it is to get anything.
be a rapper is impossible. And that's why I
It
was
is.
like, talking about kids' songs in the back of my mind, I was just like, wow, I've never thought of that. Because all it is catchy tunes. Like, all it
Like,
is.
everybody. Well, for the most part, we all have like some type of experience with trying to get our feet wet in the game, and
Yeah, it's impossible. It felt impossible because I did try. I can't remember the name of that website where you would submit these songs and then you'll never get chosen. I'm just like, are they really doing it?
yeah.
Like,
I did
yeah,
that.
are
Yeah.
I
they
did that
really
for
doing it?
a few contests for like I
Correct.
did that with what's his name Hopskin, like, but it was done by one of the companies that make instruments and shit. And then it was
We
like,
did it
yeah,
with Reverb Nation. That's the only one I remember off the top of my head. Reverb Nation. When they would, you pay that monthly fee and they would
yeah,
allegedly submit your stuff. I didn't believe
allegedly,
in that
yeah.
shit.
Then they was like, you can do it with a free account, but if you do the paid account, then it really get to them. Like, what?
Correct. Like I'm like, how do these people get on? But then as I got older, I was like, oh, it's a fucking circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
fucking
basically.
the thing
circle.
is,
You ain't in it.
so it's the real thing is, and what I always tell people is like these huge companies, you're one of many. So even if you get like a huge deal, you're with like Universal. You know, your catalog is up against all the major selling artists on it. It's better to go with a company you can, build a relationship with where they know your music. So if something comes in and they want some, feel good hip hop, they know, oh yeah, I know this song. Whereas opposed to, these big companies, they using stuff like metadata to find your song. You're one of like
Ooh.
500 songs. You don't really got a chance. And especially these ones in, I ain't gonna call out anyone in particular, but these sites where they say, "Oh yeah, submit your music." They're making the money off of the monthly subscription and all that, and they might get pitched, but they have no obligation to pitch your stuff.
I didn't believe they pitched it.
It just goes into a black hole.
Yeah. It feels like the
Yeah,
music
that's how I felt.
industry profits off of what the artists don't know more than anything. Which I mean, it ain't. That's just me stating the obvious. I ain't saying that because I
That's
just
life.
it's an
Yeah,
epiphany. But
that's
like
life.
it's wild how that's the way it's been, and it don't. I applaud what's his name, Tech Nine, for the way he's been able to like survive in this space as long as he has and make the money he makes.
You gotta get creative.
Like the artist is like just coming with like some of the same struggles you watch kids go through. And you be like, man, I really can't help you, but I can tell you what not to do. Like my nephew, he's in his 20s and he's in a group. I said, bro, leave that group. He was like, why? I was like, bro, one thing you're gonna realize about a group, and it takes niggas to realize everybody don't want the same thing you want. They want everybody's in it for a
Like,
different reason.
no, one of the reasons why I don't like Lil Durk. I knew the nigga that was his producer when he was in his like fetal stage and mixtapes and everything. We went to high school together. We
Yeah.
somehow relinked on Twitter, randomly. And like I was the nigga known for the beats like forever, up until I left for the military, and then like obviously I disconnected. And then like I met up with him on Twitter, linked up with him, we talked shit and everything. He was like Lil Durk's producer for all his first grimy street mixtapes, blah blah blah, and all that shit. Soon as Lil Durk blew up, that nigga had no connection with him whatsoever. And like I always had like a sour taste in my mouth for like that nigga about like
My
even if
guess,
you
Lil Durk was in it for the fame and not necessarily the music. So when he
I
got
mean
into fame, he's just going to the next famous person. Like out of my group, I can tell you why
Correct.
everybody was in it. I can tell you why everybody was
I
in it.
mean, and I'm saying from the mindset of when I was. This is me in my early mid 20s. I know how it is now, and I mean, it is what it is. It was just like it's just one of those things where you just look at it like you would look for loyalty in it, but now if you, I mean, us being grown as we are, seeing how the game is
I said,
matured. I'm
I
sorry,
said, have a group, but always be doing stuff solo. Your group is
right?
the people you can bring along with you. The Eminem to the
Uh,
D12s,
No,
the
no,
Ludacris to the DTP.
Jeezy to the fucking Boys in the Hood. Use that. That's the
Correct.
best example. That's the best example because Puff wanted him solo, and that nigga was like, "Nah, I got this deal over here with Def Jam."
That was a smart idea though, because anybody who ever signed with Puff is one of the worst people on this goddamn
Hey, nigga,
planet.
we trying to get deals, nigga. No, hey,
I don't
no,
give
He
a fuck.
said Revolt
bleep that
TV,
shit out.
but you niggas
Bleep that
was
out.
trying. No, we're
Puff
not about to
ain't
bleep that shit out.
no
Puff
Puff
is
is
Revolt.
Puff.
We
one
want
of the
Revolt.
worst
Revolt
people.
is employing niggas. They gave that Justin ass nigga some shit, but then again,
See,
his
what
son
I'm gonna
is a part
bleep
of
out
that.
is the one thing that you said earlier. I'm not gonna bleep out nothing else but
I
that.
know, right? I know that's fine.
Puff Daddy
But
is
I'm
one of the
just saying,
worst fucking people ever. Like all his
ah,
artists that you
oh,
remember are either dead or
he
irrelevant.
ain't never gonna make it, nigga. We
All
gonna
of
be
them.
like, we gonna
All
be
of
like,
them.
All of them.
I just want to
Sucking up
be
No,
to Puff.
successful.
Sucking
I
up
would
to Puff
Hey,
is
never.
not gonna make you successful. A
I
nigga
would
already found that
never
out.
sign anything with P Diddy. I don't know why you would even come
no,
talk
look,
that nigga.
look, nigga, we gotta guess. He might have to talk to P Diddy. Shut up.
Oh, that's his fault. That ain't got nothing to do. He's different from us. What I'm telling you is, bro, look at every artist he had. Black Rob dead. Diddy Kane gone.
Hey, no, that
B5
ain't
said they
true.
never
That
got
ain't
paid.
true. Look at
Bro,
Sean. Sean is out here representing Belize, nigga. Granted, he can't step foot in the States ever again, but he out here.
Correct.
He
Can't
went to
ever come
jail
back.
for that nigga. And the proof and they said the nigga didn't even had a goddamn gun.
Hey,
Dog,
so
he's
Jamal,
dirty.
man, look, I know I had a conversation with you before you came on.
I'm so scared of him.
This
Like, fuck
this
him.
is the
Like,
shit. This is the shit I was talking about. No,
no,
I'm not scared
no,
of him.
this is
I'll
a
be honest.
real ass conversation. Like,
I know.
think
I'm
about
not.
every
I'm not.
artist with him. Faith Evans, all those people.
Every single one.
They don't
You
even
are
have
not wrong,
music
Reed.
history. They
You
don't
are
even
not
have.
wrong, Reed.
How the fuck Faith
All I
Evans don't
was
got a
saying
song that
was
always play?
he was the
Like, what
only.
the fuck?
He's the only nigga employing podcasts, and you done blew it up. God damn
Whatever.
it! You
He
better
not the
hold
only
your
nigga.
look. Y'all niggas in
I
Atlanta,
get.
get Jermaine Dupri to start a channel. God damn it, we need something.
Exactly. We're gonna get Jermaine Dupri.
No, y'all, like, seriously, y'all like never like who the fuck is left from Bad Boy?
Hey, not to be bogus, y'all, man. It's been good kicking it. I actually got to jump in a second. Man, definitely appreciate y'all having me. It's been good chopping it up with y'all, man, and definitely enjoyed the time, man. Definitely appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the Everyday Black Man podcast. Thanks for giving us insight into how, we can maybe one day put our musical talents to good use and shop it around. We'll definitely would love to have you back. And
Most
thanks
definitely.
again for joining us.
Most definitely, man, and definitely appreciate y'all having me.
All right, man. Well, you're welcome. We'll talk to you next time. This is Riker of the Everyday Black Men. We had our guest, Jay Rome, here. He was awesome. We even had Black Libertarian come in and step in for our read for a brief second. But we will see y'all on the next one. Follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, the Everyday Black Men Facebook page, and our website at www.everydayblackmen.com. Peace.
I just want to say it's funny. We literally gave him 5 different names to hide his name, but
It's James.
it's all for the protection of the real people, man.
Look, man, you live, Jay.